Hello YouTube, currently I'm testing the Splach Twin Plus electric scooter. It's a bit of a hybrid design that's light and compact enough to be used for your commute, but it still has dual suspension, dual motors and enough power to be fun on the weekends. My full review on this will be coming in a few weeks, but for now I just wanted to record my first impressions, so I slapped a GoPro on the helmet and went out on a ride. The GoPro angle's a bit off to start with, you can't see the bars at the bottom and that kind of bugs me. But I do fix it after a couple minutes, so bear with me. It accelerates real fast. Holy shit! So hopefully you can still hear me. Normally in my videos I go somewhere to do a top speed test, but this thing just goes top speed everywhere all the time, so it's not really necessary. If you can see down here, I've unplugged the brake sensor on the rear, just because when you pull either lever it activates the electronic brake, which is quite strong. And that's a good thing because these are only drum brakes, but I just found it too much using the rear brake, so yeah, we've still got it active on the front brake, so when it is time to stop you can stop. So here we are, first off-road test. Thankfully, this scooter's not too heavy, but this should be interesting. Not gone off-road yet. So far, so good. Suspension does make a big difference. Oh god, this is pretty wet. Hopefully it doesn't lose traction. Let's see what happens. Slow and steady. That's proper wet, that rank. I think we've got like IP54 water resistance on this thing. I don't want to go through that. That's rank. Go nice and slow, hopefully we don't spray too much crap everywhere. Alright, good job. Oop, little wheel spin. It's got a lot of power. I would say I'm not used to this riding position. I mean, I don't use scooters a lot anyway, but I typically stand sideways like I'm on a skateboard. Whereas on this, you can see, you end up with your foot very straight forward and your back foot up on the kickstand at the back, which is quite comfortable, but it means that I'm using muscles that I never use. Six miles so far. Resting at 48 volts. Ooh, it wanted to wheelie a little bit there. This will rinse some battery for sure. But then we have a lot of downhill on the way back, so. It does good. It does not care about hills. I wasn't even full throttle up there. I'm trying to, you know, at least get decent range out of it for the test. Tractor. These tyres do turn well. I saw some reviews on the old model, and with its solid tyres with like sharp edges, and they said you'd lose traction if you leaned into corners too hard, which sounds annoying really, And that's not the case with these. Don't know if you can see them on the GoPro, but they're quite a rounded profile. Splish splash. Removing that brake sensor on the rear brake was definitely the right decision, I think. It makes it so much easier. It is such a good little hill climber. If you live somewhere hilly and you need something that can handle a commute with some serious grades on it, this could be the one. It's a lot of scooter for the money, that's for sure. And it picks up speed fast. It's going up a significant hill as well. Easily hitting 25 there, I think. I'm getting used to this throttle now. It ain't bad. We'll go a different way back because I'm not going through that sludge swamp again. I love the acceleration. It's smooth as well, like it's not, you don't feel like you're going to fly off the back of it, but it's just, you know, suddenly 15-20 miles an hour in the space of a couple of seconds. It's impressive. I'm a heavier guy. I'm 6'2", I weigh over 200 pounds. I've got a backpack on, not a lot in it, but I do that. E-brake is a lot. It makes me feel like I'm going to go over the front. I'm pretty much just using the front brake for emergencies, which you can turn it down. There's a way to turn it down. I haven't quite figured out how. It's in the instructions, but I think I might have to do that. The drum brakes are alright, really. People talk about them like they just don't work, but oh yes, no hands. Narrow challenge complete. And again, flying up a hill. Horrible rough pavement. But it does not mind. Because of the riding stance, it's hard to see the display. I can't really see what percent battery we got. We got 47 volts. It's a 48 volt pack. I don't know what it goes down to. Regardless, it hasn't lost any pep. Still feels just as nimble as it did earlier. It's bloody quick. Especially around here where the speed limit is 30 and you can go 30. That's like bliss. Hell of a lot muddier than we were. .46 volts resting, or more accurately, no, 46.0. 11.5 miles. What was the max speed? 28.5, exactly what it says it would do. Yeah, good stuff. Right, so that's that. Hope you enjoyed something a little different from my usual format. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the full review in a few weeks. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Toodles.